Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Franco here, and I am back with another Clash of Clans video today. And today I do have some important stuff that I do want to address. So last video I ended it talking a little bit about the Apprentice builder here, and I did want to go more in depth on whether he is worth it or not. And spoiler, he is very worth it, and it's just another thing in Clash of Clans that's just a return on investment that you got to buy and just give it some time in order for it to make value. Um, but one thing that I do want to address, and there was a bug, and I think they fixed it right away because if you didn't notice, there was an update right after the update. And every time you would click on the Apprentice Builder here, I don't know if this happened to you guys too, it would crash the game instantly. So you couldn't even view him after you assigned him to something. I thought that was kind of funny. Like they just implemented a new thing and then it just instantly didn't work. But back to the actual Apprentice Builder. So the first upgrade, to break it down, you have to analyze what each of the levels are, and there's three different stages. The first stage is level 1 and level 2. So what I have right now on my account here is a level 2 Apprentice Builder. So if you don't know, level 1 costs 500 gems, and then to upgrade to level 2 costs 500 gems. And the return on investment, so say to level 8 was also 500 gems, then it would take the same amount of time for you to get your value back from level 1 to level 8, but it gets more expensive from level 2, 3, and level 4. So those level 2, 3, and 4 cost 750 gems, or sorry, level 3 and level 4 cost 750 gems, and then it becomes like more of a question, like, is it actually worth it? Because that's an extra 500 gems for the same amount of working speed bonus. You only get +1 working speed bonus for every level you upgrade him. But aside from the basics, that's about it. And then once you go from level 2, level 5 to 8, it all costs 1,000 gems. So that's even less worth it. Even less worth it. It's just more expensive to buy him for less of a return on an investment. So with that aside, I actually broke down in my last video in the comment section. So I actually have it pulled up on my Mac right now. And I'll play a replay here for you guys so you're not extremely bored while I explain this. But so I'm just literally reading the description of my last video because as I posted my last video, I was kind of unsatisfied because I was doing the math out loud and I knew numbers were off. I knew a lot of stuff like might have gotten messed up. So I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to calculate it. So the first thing you need to know is how many gems or how much time you get for gems. So last video, I just had the assumption that 1,000 gems roughly is 7 days. And you can actually put it in a calculator. So you just go, I don't know, like Clash of Clans gem timing calculator. And you can kind of see how much each gem costs, or how much, not each gem costs, how much each gem gives you for a time reduction. And it actually is pretty exact. 1,000 gems gives you 7 days almost exactly. So if you're ever unsure of how much time you can save with gems, just kind of like divide it by that just basic equation. 1,000 gems is 7 days. I think it's like 7 days and 4 minutes, like something very close to 7 days. But with that aside, the total cost for all the builders to get it to level 8 max level from level 0, just not having them, is 6,500 gems. So if you pay 6,500 gems, you get, what did I write there? Oh yeah, so 6,500 gems gets you to the max level, level 8, and you get 8-hour time reduction each day that you run the builder. But the most important thing is how much time do you get if you were just to spend 6,500 gems on gem upgrades themselves. And if you put it in the calculator, it comes out to 51 days, 14 hours. And that's actually a lot of time saved. Like, that is very significant. And it almost makes you think, like, maybe the Apprentice Builder isn't really worth it. But I'm going to proceed with this calculation and show that it is kind of worth it. So if you get 8 hours of build time reduction per day, what I did is technically you could, there's a different way to do it, but what I did is I figured how many times do you have to run the Apprentice Builder to make up 1 day worth. So 8 hours, you have to run them 3 times to make up 1 day of building. So then if you know how many times you have to run it for 1 day of building, you just multiply it by the 51 days. So just 51 days times 3. So if you don't follow, it's okay. But it takes 154 days, 18 hours to pay back the builder. So just with the builder himself just working and doing all his stuff that he's doing, After 154 days, if you always run him every single day, he will finally break even based off of just gemming buildings done. So that actually is a very long time. That's basically half of a year, um, or whatever, like 5 months, 6 months, just to break even with the builder, which is kind of insane. But you got to look at it as a return on investment. So if you pay that and you wait that 5 months, then every single time you boost him, you're getting 8 hours of building for free, which is actually kind of a lot. 8 hours of building time reduction for free. It'll just speed up your progress time towards max and everything. And now that we got kind of like that out of the way of how long it takes for the max level, you might be wondering for the other levels. And I know the max level for Town Hall 13, which is what my other account is you can only get him to level 7, but I didn't do the calculation for level 7. I just did it for the max level and then the 2 other tiers. Level 4, which costs 2,500 gems because it's the 2 initial 500 gem purchases and then the 2 750 gem purchases, which is 2,500 gems. And you get 4-hour time reduction every time you use the Apprentice Builder. But 2,500 gems comes down to 19 days and 4 hours of gem time. And if we run the builder 6 times, that makes a day of time reduction save. So if we just multiply 19 days and 4 hours by 6, we see that it takes 115 days to get even value. And I ran through the same calculation with the level 2 builder. Cost 1,000 gems. 1,000 gems, like I said, is exactly 7 days. So you have to run him 12 times to get 1 day of build time. Sorry for all this complicated math. But that comes out to 80, so 12 times 7 is 84. So if you get the builder to level 2, he will pay back himself in 84 days. If you get him to level 4, which is the next tier, he pays back himself in 115 days. And if you get him to level 8, he pays back himself in a whopping 154 days. And you might be thinking, like, wait, does that mean that the level 2 builder is actually more worth it? No, because if you run the level 2 builder all the way up to that 84-day mark, and then, sorry, I'm going to put another replay here to screw up my chain of thought. If you run it up to that 84-day mark, you're at 0 net gems. Like, you've made up as many gems as you would have spent if you just spend them on buildings. But then, say you keep running them up to that 154-day mark, up till when the level 8 builder would break even. You've made so many more gems in that level 8 builder, but you have to realize, if you run it for another 100, or say you run it for another, let's just say 200 days after the 154-day mark where the level 8 builder breaks even, he will surpass the level 2 builder by a landslide. So you really have to think about it like that like, you really should just buy the maximum level builder. And I'm sorry if I just ended up confusing people even more, but I just thought it was interesting to see what the time frame is for the return on investment. And it is a very long time, but this is a long-term game. That's what I mentioned last video. And if you're willing to put in the time, which everybody who plays this game is, because I even said this last video, like, you don't stop at Town Hall 6. You keep playing, and to get to like Town Hall 7, Town Hall 8, which is like way below what the average player is, takes like months. And months in Clash of Clans time isn't even that long. Like, you can play this game once a day and log on and pop the Apprentice Builder, and you're still making substantial progress. So ultimately, 6 months of Clash of Clans time isn't really that long. Like, I know other games like Fortnite, for example, like if you were playing that for 6 months, that's kind of a big commitment. Like, not a lot of people play like a certain video game for 6 months, but this is such a time-based game that 6 months kind of skews your illusion. Like, for example, I've been Town Hall 15 for 6 months, and it feels like I really haven't been it that long, and I'm almost close to Town Hall 16 now at this point, and it's like, hey, you know what? Like, oh, I failed so hard, and I accidentally let my clan castle troops pop out there. But it's like, you know what? Like, it doesn't even feel that long, and like pretty soon, like, that's just how the game goes. And with time reductions and everything, I think overall the Apprentice Builder is the best investment as you can make. And you might be wondering, why do I only have him at level 2 then? Wait, does he pop out here? Yeah, he's just sleeping right there. I didn't actually notice that before. Well, the main thing is that I'm struggling to have enough gems for it because I'm free to play and I don't buy gems or anything. And I don't recommend that you buy gems for the Apprentice Builder. Like, obviously you can, and it might make sense in the long run, but if you're just thinking about the long run, you might as well do what I do and just save up the gems in the long run. And whenever you get spare gems, just spend it on upgrading this Apprentice Builder because it will only help speed up your progress after that 6 month mark, realistically. I know obviously less for the other things, but yeah, that's basically all I had to say about the Apprentice Builder. He is worth it. That's just to answer the overall question. He is worth it. And I really don't think there's much debate. You can work out how efficient he is and everything. So, yeah, that's about it. And I did want to cover before I end this video, what happened last war. So I know my previous video, I keep shouting it out. If you don't know, you can go watch it. But we faced a clan that had a 24 war win streak. And we had 13 going into it. And I was like, hey, someone's war streak got to lose. But not really. So if you don't know, in regular war, if both of you get perfect wars, or if you tie, nobody loses their war streak. So we both kept ours, which is kind of disappointing because I really did want to knock off someone's war streak that has a super long one, but you got to just expect people are going to perfect war you back if they have a super long war win streak, which is kind of just like anticlimactic. But hey, what are you going to do? Our clan did really well. We had some really strong hitters and everything. And I know a lot of people, like I did say, like we want more. We only have 44 members right now. We're actually losing members pretty fast, I guess. And I said if you do want to join if you're a Town Hall 15 plus, because that's the minimum required Town Hall, and it's anybody can join. So anybody can join this. And the reason is because we want to have the top 30 be Town Hall 15s going into Clan War League, which we're kind of close to having. And I had a lot of people ask me, like in the comments, and almost every single video I have someone saying like, hey, I'm like Town Hall 9 and whatever, or 10, 11, 12. I play a lot and I'm trying to rush. Guys, if you want to join this clan, I don't recommend rushing. Like, it's not. I told someone in the past to rush to be able to join the clan. They're like, no, I'm not going to skip a whole progress point of the game. Like, I'm going to play the game normal. I'm not going to fuck up my account just to join your clan. And honestly, I think that's really good advice. Like, I don't think you guys should rush to try to join the clan. But if you really want to, you can. And if you're a solid attacker, we'll probably keep you in the clan. But if you're an ass attacker, you're rushed. You're probably not going to last very long anyway. But a lot of people are like, hey, can I join? And the answer is kind of like, no, you can't. But I do have a feeder clan, Sorry Man 3.0, and it's honestly the same dilemma. They're also just becoming a strong clan. I know they have a lot of Town Hall 16s. It's kind of funny. But and now they're only Town Hall 12 required. Or not only. They used to be Town Hall, I think, like 9 required, which is like what the most of the people that comment on my videos are saying they are and they want to join or whatever. So you can't even join the feeder clan. So let me know in the comments if you guys want me to make another feeder clan. I think I might make Sorry Man either 3.0 or 3.1 or 4.0. I'm not really sure yet. And I also need co-leaders to lead it. So if you want to be a co-leader to lead it, I have a perk that if you join the channel, I actually make you a co-leader in a feeder clan. So if you want to be in a co-leader in the feeder clan, I'll be the leader and I'll regulate it for sure. And I'll be in the clan. I'll make a new account, whatever. And I'll make a video on it, obviously. But if you do want to be part of the Sorry Man community, consider joining the channel. And we can start making the clan. Or maybe I'll make one sometime in the future when I figure out who I can make co-leader. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys for watching the video. And supporting the channel and everything. I really appreciate what everybody does. And I figure we should end this episode a way that I haven't really ended it in a little while. So I used to end it almost every episode with a live attack. And I've kind of gotten away from it because it's kind of hard to talk while doing a live attack. But this is my last Legend League attack today. And I figure why not? There's 3 days left. And I'm actually pretty close to my trophy high, which is 5,477. So if we get a 3-star here, that puts us at 5,000. It's plus 40. So 5,055, so we're actually pretty close to our all-time best. Maybe tomorrow I'll log on in the morning and do all 8 attacks and get to like 5,600 trophies before I take a single defense or something, because I don't think I'll take really any more defenses, and it's pretty easy to push to Legend League near the end of the month anyway, but I figure we'll get into this attack. I know I didn't have Clan Castle troops, but I don't really like to use Clan Castle troops in Legend League because I don't like to bombard the people in my clan for just troops. But I requested spells to give myself spells, so I'll make sure to try to use those. And you can see what my attack strategy is in Legends here. I just shoot the giant arrow through, I guess, those Invids towers, air sweepers, and air defenses. And then, this is my favorite attack strategy, and I recommend everybody do it. I just draw a line of E-Drags. Yeah, extremely skilled and everything, but I love E-Drags. I think they're like the best troop in the game. They're so powerful and like so easy to use and so brainless. You just drop a bunch of rages and stuff. And then we'll let the queen break in. Honestly, a lot of the times why this attack strategy doesn't work is just because like the queen dies and she gets like no value. Oops, and I'm forgetting to use my freeze spells. But I guess the queen's staying alive, but she's just shooting a wall, so that doesn't really help too much. I really never know when to drop in the Royal Champion. I was hoping the Town Hall could get taken out by those E-Drags, so I dropped that invisibility spell, but I don't think that's going to do it. Um, I will just drop in the Royal Champion to take out the Town Hall here. Yeah, right there, so she targets it. And like I said, I don't like to use the Clan Castle troops. Um, so I just save the Siege Machine and then use it as at the end as its like last troop by himself, so that right before he's about to die, I end the battle. I wish there was a setting that you could put on the Siege Machine. I know I said this when I was like a lower Town Hall level. Wow, Royal Champ's getting fried there. Um, as a lower Town Hall, I said this just to like have the Siege Machine used without the troops coming out. Like I wish there was a setting for that. And then I realized, like, oh, you got to use the troops inside the siege machine, whatever, whatever, whatever. And now I'm like kind of coming back to it. Like, I still wish that was a thing because then I would be able to drop it with the troops. And if you were to drop it with the troops, you would have significantly more firepower. But instead, I have to use it at the end here. And hopefully, I don't let my troops pop out of it because there is a single inferno. I'm not going to risk it. Oh, and also, if you didn't notice, the loot pops up way quicker with this new update, and I actually love that. I think it's great. But yeah, that was my last attack for today. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate everybody that shows us support in the comment section and everything. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.